On September 6, 2024, Finkel held a panel to talk about toddler. No big surprise. It went off topic. Then Chris entered. Let's pick it up there and see how it went.
But like I said, you went up on panel with her not even, what was it, a couple weeks ago? For what? What reason? They weren't even talking about you or anything when they were on panel. They don't talk about you at all until somebody I don't talk about you when I go up on panel with them because.
Oh no, I see when you come up. I know you don't. I've never accused you of that, dude. Trust me.
I know you don't accuse me of that. Oh, for public safety, this has got interesting.
Hey, I don't agree. I just wanted to hop up here. I'm really busy, so I'm not going to be around long.
Wait, Chris said what? Let's see how it goes.
You what? Buy my house. I don't agree with the notion, personally, and this can be opinionated different ways, but I don't agree with the notion that you should not confront your attackers. Like, I really think people should stop telling other people. Well, I thought you said Shannon. Did you say
they're not
Shannon?
attacking him.
Well, shit, man, she's a known aggressor. I mean, that's what she built her channel on.
She gets that way when people stir the pot and start bringing it
Yeah,
up.
she stirs the pot, bro.
No, I've been on that a few times.
She did it to me.
When she does, I walk away. I don't.
Right, you walk away, but does she walk away? No.
I don't know, dude.
So, I mean, if Shannon starts shit, and she is the one that started it, she needs to be able to hold her own when she gets rebuttal. Oh, yeah. I mean, all I'm saying, like, I don't disagree with anything, and I don't necessarily know this, the stuff that's behind this, like the argument you're having now.
I'm not having an argument. All I'm just saying, I walk away.
You can, but to tell others that that's what they're
if I never
supposed to
turned
do.
the other cheek, I would end up in jail, the way I am.
Well, see, here's all I'm saying. You're expecting others to do it the same as you do. That's not necessarily the right answer. So you can't expect. And no hard feelings, I'm just coming up here to say that because
I know. Jess has called me names.
I've learned that when I don't respond in a way that is to approach and negate the attacks, that's when it gets worse. So responding is not a good word because I do choose to try to not respond. However, if my response is to counter an unnecessary attack, that is productive. In my experience.
Well, your experience, you had that experience with Kaiser. Kaiser's going way beyond what these other people are doing.
Right. And PS, and JJ, and, I mean, Billy, the list goes on and on. But when I'm silent and I just let them do it, this shit just piles up like crazy on the internet.
Yeah, but you're giving them content, though. When you go
when you talk.
No, he's not. No, he's been starving them of content.
Yeah, I haven't given them anything from my channel, but I don't care if they get views. That helps me.
Dude, they're banking on you.
I'll give you an example.
They're banking on you by looking at the views when they cover you, dude.
They're banking on you. I'm fine with where my channel's at. So,
I know it's way better than theirs, but
I don't care what they get. I actually enjoy watching Kaiser's numbers go up because what that means ultimately is that more people are witnessing and proving what I'm saying to be true.
That's an interesting take. Yeah.
I think there are differences here. Everyone knows, for example, that myself and F3 kind of had a falling out. I talked some stuff about them. They talked about stuff about me. The best way to get over that is stop. When I stopped, they stopped. Now, on the generally specific side, when for public safety stops, he gets hungry, he starts complaining. For public safety hasn't been on in a while. For public safety hasn't talked about me. He actually gets pissed off at the absence of content, as does Kaiser, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've seen it. When they haven't heard anything, and then they have to make up a bunch of crap to keep it going.
Yeah, and right there it is. So they make up more. They make up more and more.
Yeah,
and more. So in the absence of my response, what happens
we know the majority of those people who are not in that echo chamber know they're making it up, dude.
Yeah, exactly. But then there's also the people who are just coming into perspective who don't know, and then that puts me behind having to show those people, and then the next people, and then the next people, and then, it's just it's a downward spiral, for me, and this is for me. So what I'm saying is there are circumstances in which denial or rejection or being quiet might not be the right answer. For me, the answer has been to confront it head on and to publish it, more or less.
Yeah, I can see that drop out, but I got friends coming over because we're going to drink some beer, and I'd rather be drinking beer. My friends. So, for public safety, I was wondering, how much do you think JJ makes a year?
I think there's been some recent documentation that came out on that, and if it's true, it looks that he is abusing the tax funds as well.
I'll just come out with it. I heard a rumor allegedly that he makes $100,000 a year.
Crazy. It's crazy. The jailers here, like the sheriffs here in Indiana, who run the jails and the sheriff's department, they don't make nearly that much. I'm going to put something out there, and it's safe for me because I'm not in any kind of court with any of the people involved. But first, there's the salary that the county pays him, and second, is it possible? Don't answer, guys who know. Is it possible that he's also making money in other ways? Ooh, good question. I know the answer to, but I'm not going to. Well, Marcia says, you let them interrupt you? I've taught you nothing. I thought we were shooting for Rico. Right. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta get back. I'm heading over to the bank. I got a lot going on, so just wanted to run in here and touch base with that because I hear that a lot, and then I think there's circumstances in which I do not disagree that ignoring it is the best policy. But then I'm aware, out of my experience, that can also be the wrong answer. So I just wanted to come up and make sure I made that, you know. I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that to a certain degree you should let things go. Like, you know, like if it's just, you know, shit talking, you know, like you should be able to like say, okay, this is childish or whatever, you know. But when it's out now, you know, like lies about you, and you know, like it's perpetuating something else that you know you're working on or whatever, and you feel like, you know, hey, this is unfair because this person continues to perpetuate this lie that some people have bought already. I have to say something, and it's like I don't wish to go down that road with that lady because it's never a one and done deal. It's never, even if I have all the receipts, even if I have the you know, all the things that show to discredit everything that's been brought up, it's like it's not enough. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't like going down that road. I don't like being in that person's space, but I have met some really nice people thanks to that. So because of that, I like to hang out with them now. Whether they call that aligning with enemies or whatever, I don't know. I think that sometimes, you know, circumstances put you in places that allow you to meet people that you never thought you were going to get along with, and then you get along with them. Yeah. Well, look, here's what I want to leave out with. So first of all, you know, let's not pretend that Shiz is not the type of person to keep pushing until. I mean, she's never gonna be satisfied. It's Shiz. That's what she does. So that's one thing. The other thing. Well, we weren't talking about Shiz, but I get it. I get what you're saying. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was you said Shannon. Now I get the victory off. I thought that when you said Shannon, that's what you're talking about. I get it. I understand. Whether we're talking about me and for public safety, Jerry and Shannon, F3 and Tuttle, you know, people take comments on YouTube or social media way too seriously. But for public safety says I'm a Jew because of the way I handle money, I can ignore it, I can laugh it off, or I can strike back. When I give him the most content is when I strike back. I know that. When Shannon talks about Jerry can ignore it, laugh it off, or strike back. When you strike back, you give them the most opportunity to make content out of it. But you know, you do that. Now it's different with for public safety. When JJ and Kaiser go after for public safety, forgive me, for public safety, they send people, like generally specific, to stalk you. Not to First Amendment audit, but to stalk you. His purpose for going to Hardin County Jail was to stalk you. Court. Hardin County Court. What did I say? Hardin? Jail. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. It's different when I talk shit about him or he talks about shit about me. Yeah, we can choose to ignore it. We can choose to laugh at it. We can choose to respond to it. But how do you respond to someone actually following you around like my brother's creeper, like generally specific? They're not just talking smack. You know, generally specific would cry all fucking day long that we made fun of him, we're tearing a good man down, we're shitting on him. How many of us actually follow him around to courts or to his trip to the PX or you know, he complains about we're showing his house. No, it's so seldom. The answer to that is so seldom that he had to lie about it on his stream. He said I knocked on his door. I don't even know where he lives. Well, yeah, so that's the answer. He lies just to make that something to be concerned about for his audience. But there's another stupid thing he does. He doxes himself. He doxes Mackenzie. He doxes Sally. He doxes where he lives. He shows pictures of his house, and then he cries, we're trying to tear him down because we showed pictures of his house. The only reason I know his house looks like my house is because his video shows his house. Right. The biggest difference is I don't have chickens. He says I know his address, that he emailed it to me, but I look back in the email and I don't see where he gave me an address. I don't think he did. It's in his YouTube videos. Well, right. No, he shows his house. Well, here's another scenario that
is not being talked about in this conversation. Yeah, sometimes you're just sort of striking at somebody to get a response, and then there's other times where you're actually inciting violence through your viewers. But here's one.
Kaiser, you listen to Kaiser? He didn't say it about you, but I'm saying it about you, Kaiser.
Right. And then here's another one. This is another one that I believe the best response is to respond aggressively, is when there is actual slander and defamation. Like if you're trying to discredit my reputation with flat out lies, then that requires me in some fashion to discredit that bullshit. And I do to an extent. That's the tough one though. That's the one where you go, is this really worth me responding to or not? So I got to get going. Business is calling, so I'm sorry.
No problem. I understand. Business first. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will talk to you all soon. Thank you for having me up. And to those viewing, love you guys and see you later.
All right.
Take care. You too, guys. Thanks. Bye.
And that's the way it is.